Hey there everybody, Pop on Top here. Welcome back to some more Fallout 4 mods. In today's mod we have a weapon. I don't know if it's technically even considered a gun, but we have the AML-75 Missile Launcher. It looks like this. It's a big boy. It makes noises. It's got like a built-in fan. Now this is obviously somewhat based off of the Javelin, which is a real-life lock-on missile launcher. I just remember that shit from, what is it? The original Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, because you'd lock onto a spot and then you'd shoot it, and then the rocket would go way up in the air and then come back down. And then, like, you would like spawn people, like people people will spawn with that, and then like that would be how you work that in the game. Now this is like, I think, a free fire missile launcher. I mean, that just shot it, right? There's our reload animation there. It's a big noisy boy, like, and this sight is kind of insane, right? This is it's very big and kind of almost like obscene looking, and it does apparently get a little jank here in the third person. I don't know if that's too bad. I'm trying to like see what my left arm's doing, but like, it doesn't seem horrible. It's definitely got a little bit of jank to it. It's just anytime you get like a humongous weapon, it's a little bit hard to work with in. But that reload animation looks alright. Like, it looks okay. So you can craft this for yourself at the chemistry station. Let me put it away for a second, just because it is a lot of noise, right? It has a cool little animation though. You like flip some switches, you actually like get it ready to go, right? Like, it does require like almost like kind of being turned on or queued up or whatever way you want to think about it. It's under utility here at the chemistry station. AML-75 requires gun nut 4, 1 leather, 4 oil, 6 screws, 4 springs, 6 steel. Not that expensive in terms of materials to craft. Obviously the perk requirement's a little bit high. It does do 712 damage flat. I mean, this is with maxed out perks. This is with explosive expert and all that stuff. And you can also buy it. It does add it to the level list at level 30. So if you went to maybe like a vendor or you found it on enemies and stuff, I would hate to have an enemy have this on them. But there it is here again at my vendor. Same kind of functional thing. Now let's take a look. I'm really hopeful. I haven't looked at this at all, but I'm really hopeful this has some really cool attachments that we can do. Because that's my favorite thing about covering modern guns, is that they're just so creative with the thing. So we have a standard missile here. We shoot missiles, which is just the default ammo. We have a seeking EMP missile. That's cool, as a default different thing. We have a plasma missile, a nuke missile, an incendiary missile, high explosive missile, and an EMP missile. So seeking EMP, but there's no other seeking missiles. So you can put a 2 magazine on there. Let's start with that. Let's start with that off rip. A targeting module allows for the uses of seeking ammo. Okay, so there's that. Okay, then it opens up all the other seeking things. We can do seeking. I don't know why we could do seeking EMP without the targeting module. But then we could do a seeking version of all the different stuff here. Very cool. And then we could do night vision advanced sight, or just advanced sight. I don't like night vision scopes, but advanced sight sounds cool. And then we can even have some paints on here. Monster paint. That's fucking extremely gross. I'm not even putting it actually on my gun. The Raider paint, which is very red. And the Deco paint, which is like gold, black and gold. I guess we'll put that one on there for now. This is disgusting. Don't ever put that on your gun. You're not allowed. Okay? The mod author should be ashamed of themselves. So we have 3 shots now because we have a big tube. We also have a targeting module. This is our advanced sight here. It's essentially like a long range scope. And then you reload it. You get to put 3 in. That's very cool that you put 3 in. It takes a lot longer to reload, but it is immersive in that sense. I know some of y'all nerds really care about that kind of thing. Now, I don't know about this scope or anything. It's still making big worry noises. I guess we have to test out its ability to lock on and stuff. But I do want to check out some of the other types of ammunition we can use with this weapon. So we'll just raw dog it for a little bit. Instead of, like, we'll put an EMP missile on. I just want to see what it looks like, right? Obviously, EMP missile is going to be for dealing with, you know, things that have, you know, high physical resistance, low energy resistance. It does look like an EMP missile. It pretty much functions, you know, right? Like, I like the look of it though. I think it's pretty. Little electricity effects. Still 3. I'm glad that just works. If I shoot 1, does it reload 1? That's the thing they question. Is it 3 every time? Yeah, it's 3 every time. No bullet counter reload for our fucking missile launcher here. We'll put the other camo on there too to see. Not the one that the monster one doesn't exist. This is not a real thing. It's not real. Okay, the Raider one on there. We'll put the Raider one on there because it's actually real. High explosive. So that's just better, right? That's just flat better. It's bigger explosion, I imagine. Now, obviously, we're going to have to seek some targets and stuff here. The Raider camo here, we'll get this in the sunlight a little bit. You can see they, like, wrote all over it. It's very Raidery, I suppose. It's a high explosive. It's just big-ass missile. Makes sense to me. I prefer the Art Deco skin, or really just the default is fine. But, like, this, like I said, this one doesn't exist. It's not real. It's not real. It can't hurt you. Incendiary missiles. It's like a Molotov, right? It's going to blow up, like, Like probably like a bigger than a Molotov, but like a functionally a Molotov, right? Yeah, it's a Molotov. You can cover. I mean, there's a lot of AOE on that, right? Three missiles back in there. It's a very cool gun. I like the concept of this already. Now, obviously, I do really want to test out the homingness of it, because that's a big thing, right? With the target module and all that stuff. Nuke missiles, this is gonna be huge. This is how we maximize damage. It doesn't actually require any harder ammunition, so you can shoot essentially missiles that are as good as mini nukes. That's kind of nuts. That's how you get yourself killed, though. Obviously not a close range gun. It's not a gun, right? I don't know. I don't think a missile launcher is a gun, right? It's technically a different thing. I think I've gone over this before, but I just don't remember things because I have bad memories for those kind of things. And then plasma, right? Which I hopefully it's like a plasma grenade, right? It's got or plasma mine, maybe. I don't know which one. Is any of those bigger? Or the explosion radius not the same size? Yeah, big old plasma balls. That's kind of a fun thing. So obviously we have to test out the seeking capabilities. I do like that the missiles are completely different colors though, so you can actually kind of know what you're loading into it, right? It's a cool. It's way better than the default rocket launcher, right? So the EMPs are blue, right? The high explosives are black. Incendiaries are red. Nukes are white. Plasmas are green. And then what was our default one? Our standard missile is green, like light green, I guess, like military, thing. So let's put a seeking missile on there. I don't know if I want to do seeking nuke. That's kind of like hardcore. It's a lot. It's a lot. It's a lot. Maybe it's a lot. Maybe it's not. The high explosive does do a little bit more damage than the standard, and they do require different levels of gun nut and science, right? So like a demolition expert 2 on this incendiary missile, science, gun nut, and demolition expert. That's the first time I think I've ever seen 3 perks required for something like that. I've never seen this interface show up where you need 3 perks for something. The EMP missile, seeking EMP missile doesn't even require nothing. Demolition expert, obviously you want anyway. That'll just combine the damage. The nuke missile, 4 science, 3 gun nut, 2 nuclear physicists, and not science. Or not demolition expert, nuclear physicist. I mean, I guess we got to try it out. We got to try the homing. Kill some people with this. We're gonna test it out in some combat, and I'll see you guys when I get there. It'll be a fun fucking time, though. I imagine we're gonna blow fucking people up. All right, everybody, I'm here trying to test it out at a decent range. Obviously, I've come to my sniping spot, my favorite sniping spot. So we have somebody way over there. So it's just ping, and I just fire it. And there's this thing. It absolutely does. That was a sneak attack and everything. That's kind of insane. So if I see something, like I can ping it, and then I just fire it wherever, and it just gets there. It just does. I mean, it was a nuke too, especially. It's just actually insane, right? Like, let's reload it real fast. Not that we needed to, but we could. It's really hard to see things with this weapon, though. It is big and bulky, but it's a fucking homing rocket launcher, so I'm going to give it some credit. It's just fucking wrecking people. There's somebody in there, usually. I wonder how much he's going to find that person. So you hit the building there, right? Like, it definitely pinged the person, but it's, gonna struggle with cover and stuff. So this is actually where you'd want like a free fire one, because if I fire this again, it should be straight. I got in there. It got in there still. You figured it out enough. I just didn't want it to curve trying to get there. Like it's like a smartphone. It's like a smart missile trying to think that it knows how to get there, but it doesn't. And actually, it'll cause no problem. Anybody else? I use VATS to find them and then just instantaneously aim down sight, ping them. High, not a high, so nuclear. Well, obviously, with all the different types function differently, but like you get the idea of it anyway. Don't ever use the monster skin though. That's just disgusting. Anybody else? Please don't blow myself up. So good, dude. Oh my god. I know there's some enclave boys over here too. It's a little bit laggy. No active. I don't care about my active quest, dog. I just want to find some hands. Isn't there some enclave boys like right over here usually? I just don't want to blow myself up. Watch me do that in the video, though. Of course, why not? Yeah, there's some enclave boys over here. I pinged that guy through the wall. I have multiple targets. Oh, there's one target ping at a time? I mean, that guy just died in one shot. Enclave trooper with power armor on. Still dead. I'm just looking. They all dead? They all died. That killed that entire encampment of enclave people. It's a fucking great weapon. Like, it's way better. Like, it's better than the Fat Man. It's better than the missile launcher, right? It's got multiple shots. It can shoot essentially mini nukes, but for the cost of missiles, right? Instead of having to have mini nuclear ammunition, you could have missiles instead. You don't have to do the nuke ammunition though. You could do plasma, you could do EMP, you could do incendiary, you could do all the kind of crazy cool things you want to do with the full lock-on targeting capabilities. Even if you don't want lock-on, you can manually aim it. There's a guy down there. I wonder if I can find that guy. He's probably gonna run to the stairs, huh? Nope, got in there. This fucking weapon is great. It's a great fucking missile launcher. It's one of the best ones I've ever covered for sure. Unfortunately, I wish it did have, like, the reload was better, right? In that context, right, where And this thing is literally just fucking huge. It looks kind of really weird in third person. It does function. I think this is functioning just fine. I don't think there's anybody else here to even blow up. It's just too efficient of a weapon. I just killed everybody. Just do a little bit of third person action here with the running and seeing what the animations look like. It does look a little awkward in that context. And it's huge. Like, even in first person, you're taking up a lot of screen space and looking at things. Somebody up there. Like, you would just vaguely, I mean... The fire rate's not particularly quick. And I missed all those shots, right? Like, just because it's homing doesn't make it hit, right? It just means it will try to track, but like, I'd have maybe a little wider. Maybe if it goes like a curve door. Am I gonna get there? It totally did, and I leveled up. What a way to get that last kill in there. It's a fucking great weapon. You guys should all check out the AML-75. It's a fucking great... It's like the best missile launcher ever covered. It has all the different kind of missiles you would think to want to. I mean, the only difference would be like a buckshot one. Like, you just shoot like a giant... Think about like a giant shotgun shell. You just shot out of the thing. And it just like fucking exploded into just the widest spread. Like, just like absolutely annihilated anything in front of you. I don't know. I'm sure my creative brain could come up with something that would cool that it could do other than that. But like right now, as a missile launcher, it's a pure. It shoots missiles. It has almost every different type of missile I could possibly think of that you'd want to have on there. It can home. It can not home if you want to. It's got a long scope. It's got a night vision scope. It's got a standard default sights. It can hold up to 3 rounds. It's got a really cool animation that works with that reload, right? We actually put 3 rounds in there. The missiles all look different colors. I like that effect. It's got 2 skins, not 3, because that monster skin doesn't exist. Because it will haunt my dreams if I put it on the gun. And yeah, it's great. I think it's a great weapon. You guys should definitely check it out for yourselves. Let me know what you think down in the comment section down below. If you do want to check out this mod for yourselves, make sure to check out the top link in the description. That'll be linked there to the Bethesda.net page, or the Nexus mod page, wherever you can find this mod for yourselves. If you guys have enjoyed the video, like the video. If you're new to my channel, make sure to subscribe so that way you can check out more videos from me. And pretty much other than that, you guys have a good rest of your day, wherever it may be, and I will see you in the next episode.